Hi, my name's Sean Fetterbush. Thank you so much in taking part in the KidBlog commenting program. I appreciate your willingness to participate. So I wanted to put together a video to show you exactly how to log in and the things I'm looking for in this project. Most importantly, I'm really trying to build community, so one of the elements of a great project is it has a public audience. So you are my public audience. So I'm not so much looking for spelling and grammatical coaching as I am for comments about content, encouragement, curiosity, follow-up questions. All of these things are going to be benefits for the student because they're going to hear from people outside our class and what they think of their writing. So I want you to go through the blogs, read as many pieces as you'd like to, comment on as many things as you'd like to, and really look to encourage and extend the students' writing by asking questions about content. The reason I'm having you do this is I'm trying to build community. I'm trying to encourage my students. I'm trying to let them know that their writing is read by others and because of that, they should take their time in formatting it and rewriting it and researching it before they publish it. So I'm looking for you to make comments of encouragement. So I like the way you said this. I like the way you said that. I'm excited to learn more about the content. I also want you to ask follow-up questions. So if they're writing an expository piece about lions, you might ask a question of like, I wonder why the females are the ones who do most of the huntings. If they're posting about their favorite things to do, you might ask a question of, how will you know you are successful in football? If you have connections to the content, so if they were writing about building or aspirations and they want to be an architect and you're an architect, you might say, oh, yes, I too still build with Legos. I love Legos. And what do you think you'll do with building in the future? And then I'm looking to extend their learning. So if you can make comments like, I wonder how the lions communicate without using vocal signals, or how do they know how to hunt with so much coordination? I'm really trying to get the students to think. I want the students to respond to you. I want to build community. I want to build encouragement. I want to know that their writing is being read and understood by others.
Part of this project has been inspired by Sugata Mitra. He's an Indian professor who empowers students by giving them access to the internet. It turns out they learn a great deal when you do that. He's also been able to link grandmothers who have extra time on their hands in England with poor students in India. So when the poor students in India press the button, the grandma appears on the screen, and they engage in the grandma method of learning, which is simply one of encouragement. So they say things like, oh, that's so interesting. How did you get that answer? Can you tell me more about that? How did you learn that? Could you tell me more? So simply by asking these open-ended questions, students are empowered to learn more and feel empowered to learn more. And so that is what I'm looking to you to do. I'm looking for you to encourage my students to ask curious questions, to ask them how they got that, or what are they going to learn next, or how will you know that you got there. If you want to be a football player, you want to be an NFL football player, what are the steps you're going to take to get there? That kind of thing. So I am giving them formal feedback in terms of their grammar and their spelling and their punctuation. I'm not looking for you to do that. I want you to be community members who are simply there to encourage the students to ask follow-up questions, to get them to really think about what they write, how they express themselves to others, and how they respond.
Okay, so let's get started. First thing you're going to do is put in the URL to your browser, and you'll come to the KidBlog. You're going to select your name on the drop-down menu. Just hit those little arrows, and you'll find your name. Put in your password, and you come to this screen. The first thing you want to do is click on your name in the upper right-hand corner, and it'll take you to your profile. I want you to change your profile. You can use a picture that they have embedded in their program, or you can choose a picture. So in this case, this user is browsing to her desktop, and she's finding a picture of herself, and she's choosing open, and she's going to select that picture. It'll ask her to crop it. You may or may not have to crop it. When you're done with that, you can choose a theme for your own blog. This only shows up on the posts that you make. I don't suspect you'll make a lot of posts, but you can change the user themes on the bottom. I want you to change your password to something that you know and put in your email if you're comfortable with that. Most of my students do not have email, but some do, and their parents allow them to email. So you can put that in there if you like. The next thing I'm going to have you do is just explore the blogs. If you click and go to show class blogs, these are all the students. And if you click on them, it'll show you their postings. You can explore that. The third thing I'm going to have you do is click a new post on your blog. So if you go to my blog and click new post, you're going to create a little bio about who you are. And just for the students to know who you are, and when you say publish, it'll then show you that it's been published on your blog, and that's what it looks like, and people can leave comments for it. If you choose show all class, classroom blogs, you can say all class blogs there, and you can find someone you respond to. So let's pick Gerardo this time as an example, and this is Angela's post. You can read this. You could leave a comment here. But for my example, I'm going to go back to class blogs, all blogs, and I'm going to choose Gerardo. And after reading his post, I'm going to say leave a comment. In the comment, I'm going to post my comment, leave a comment. And when I'm done, I'm going to click that button, the blue button there in the lower right hand corner. You can see that I posted there. The last thing I wanted to show you is that if you ever want to save a draft but not publish it for some reason, you can go to new post. And once you've clicked new post, it gives you the interface to leave your writings. And so this is what my students do a lot, just to give you feedback, just give you some information about how they do it. So they will often start a post and work on it for days at a time. And this is how they do it. So they give themselves a working title. They put in their temporary postings or their first or second draft. And then they click the Save Draft button. And what that does is it just saves it in KidBlog for them to work on. Once they're done with it, then they hit publish. So if you hit save draft, it puts it in a draft format. And if you want to go back to it, you can click on control panel there, and it'll show you all your posts and all your drafts, a little indication of the draft there. So I really appreciate you taking the time to do this. I'm open to questions and feedback about this training. And if you have any questions, please reach out to me either by email or text. I appreciate your work. Thank you so much. Happy blogging.